Hey guys, what's up? Today I got a roulette match. This one is against Butler93, who I have not played in a while. And actually, he told me he hasn't played in like 3 or 4 months, something like that. So actually, when I asked him, he was like, "Oh, I don't have black and white too." And I'm like, "Neither do I." So let's do black and white. Um, yeah, actually, the voting for this week it was 3-3-4, which is pretty close. I kind of wish more people would vote though, because 10 votes on like 400 views on 960 something subscribers is a little bit disheartening. I mean, yeah, I guess people don't care what I do. But anyways, so this is a roulette match. As I said, I'm gonna lead with my Rosalia because I have to. He's gonna lead with Tyranitar because he has to, which kind of sucks because Tyranitar has Stealth Rock as a lead in a roulette. That is amazing. And it also has Sandstream, and considering I have 4 walls on my team, Stealth Rock really hurts, especially since only one of them has recovery. Well, I mean, Rosalia has rest, but it doesn't really... it sort of counts, but anyways. And Dusknoir is more of a tank than a wall. It really kind of sucks. But I do have Haxorus, so I'm planning on using that. But, so I put him to sleep, which is weird because Rosalia is actually faster than Tyranitar because 65 base speed, I think 65 or 70. I think it's 65. And Tyranitar is only 61. So I'm faster than him because he's a defensive Tyrannoboa, as his name implies. But I'm going to Giga Drain, and it's not going to do much. I'm going to switch out to Dusknoir, and I'm going to go for the Earthquake. Unfortunately, he wakes up and crunches me, which does a lot of damage, because that does a lot of damage. I would have liked to be able to burn him, but he was asleep, and I'm slower than him, so now that he's awake, he can easily kill me. And there's not really a whole anything I can do about it, and Earthquake doesn't do a lot. It sucks because, I mean, I could have went to Haxorus after I put him to sleep right away, and then just basically Dragon Danced him, which he asked me why I didn't do, and I basically said I just didn't want to sweep right away. And besides, that's not necessarily the case because Scarfers can ruin Haxorus' sweep. Plus, he has Mienshao, which is most likely gonna have Fake Out, so I can't really do anything about that. And Mew could be Scarfed and all these things, and again, yeah, I just it's for fun, so I don't really care. But I mainly just didn't want to. And besides, I'm like, he might wake up early, and Ice Beam will do a lot, but not that much, I guess. I shouldn't have been too worried about it. I really should have just done it. But details. So I go to Milotic, and I'm going to go for the Scald. He switches to Mew, or other way. No, yeah, he switched to Mew, and he's going for Side Shock, which doesn't do too much damage. So it's not a big deal. Well, actually, it does quite a lot of damage because he's left 4, but I'm able to deal with it, and he's going to expect me to deal with it by switching out to Tyranitar as I go for the rest, which kind of sucks, but oh well. So now he's got Tyranitar in here. I believe he's going to go for Stealth Rock as I'm asleep, and you can't really do anything about it. Not too worried about Stealth Rocks, but they are kind of annoying again. The percentage damage against walls makes really annoying, and Stealth Rock Sandstorms canceling the leftovers that I have, except on my 2 Violate walls. So it's not going it's not going too well. Plus the fact that my main special attacker has he has a Firewater electric type that all resist Flash Cannon. Raichu probably has Lightning Rod, which completely absorbs electric attacks, and HP Fire, he's got Flash Fire on his Flareon. So it really kind of does nothing in Haxorus. Again, like I said, he's dangerous, but I really need to wait for the appropriate time to do it. Tyranitar is a big annoyance because a lot of my things are special attackers, and he's like a special wall-ish kind of thing, more of a tank. It's a boa, so I don't know, whatever. And so it's kind of annoying because I also don't have really a special wall. Like, I mean, Raichu is not threatened, but walled a little bit by my Rosalia, but he has HP Ice most likely, so it doesn't really. It's still going to get like 2-3 at KO'd, and yeah, I can put him to sleep, but it's still kind of eh. But anyways, as I've been talking, you've just been seeing Scald versus Tyranitar while he's crunching me. I don't know why he's crunching me still. I guess because he doesn't have Thunderbolt, he has Fire Blast and Ice Beam, which most, I guess, do, or maybe Superpower, but that would be kind of a standard Tyranitar, not a Boa, but I don't know. Tyranitar is really weird because he used to be really dangerous, and I used to be afraid of him a lot because Scarf and Dragon Dance and, even Banded. But now everyone, as Black would say, I don't give a fuck about Tyranitar, just get up Stealth Rock and let him die. But it's like, I don't know. It's sort of weird that he's now just basically an expendable Stealth Rock user. Kind of weird about that, but I guess people miss things like Aerodactyl and Azelf being like true leads with Taunt and things like that. But anyways, I go to Roselia because he's got his Raichu. He goes for the Thunderbolt, which doesn't do very much, but he can still hit me with HP Ice, and it's going to do a lot. But he switches out into his Flareon, named a really stupid name, which I asked him, I'm like, what are you, like Hayden or something? And he found that rather hilarious. Now he's going to switch out to his Mew because it's strong and annoying. So I'm going to rest. I'm going to expect him to go for the Psyshock, and thus expecting me to go for Magneton to resist the Psyshock, but then him go for the Aura Sphere or the Fire Blast to kill my Magneton, which I am going to predict. Go for Mantike because I figure I can take the Aura Sphere or the Fire Blast easily because I resist both of them and I have huge special defenses. Unfortunately, because he has Psyshock, I can't take it. I could probably take a Psychic because of Violate and Mass Special Defense, but that's not the case. He has Psyshock. He's going to get a crit anyways, which I don't think mattered. Like I said, Psychic I might have been able to take. I don't know. I'll have to check that, and I should actually check that. I've been really kind of lazy recently, just kind of meh about doing damage calcs. I mean, a lot of the times when I do say what the percentage is, that's because I did look it up. I've just gotten lazy with actually putting them in the video for you people to see, although it is easy for you to verify because you can just do it yourself. But I guess I should really start doing that again. Anyways, so now I figure it's a good time to bring Haxorus. And it's actually not, because his Crunch does a lot more damage to me than I was expecting. I thought he was Scarfed, but he's actually, I guess, Lumberry, because he's not Life Orb, but he's not Banded, because that's not Banded damage. But Haxorus really sucks. I really shouldn't have let it take the Crunch, I guess, but still, doesn't matter, because as you see here, his Mienshao is actually Scarfed, as I was trying to allude to, but not actually give away at the beginning. The fact that, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure a High Jump Kick would do, like, 75% anyway, so after rocks and a few turns of thing, yeah, it wouldn't matter. And his Flareon has protect. No, it's asleep anyway, so it wouldn't have really mattered. But again, you know, he probably would have done a lot with High Jump Kick, mostly a lot. Actually no, yeah, it probably would have. It would have done more than Crawdaunt, because Crawdaunt has adaptability, which means his Crunch is 160, but 120 attack. Mienshao 120, 130. So, okay, a little less, but still would have done a ton of damage. So it wouldn't have really mattered. Plus, oh no, he's scarred. He might not have a fake out. Anyways, I go to Magneton. This is actually a pretty annoying part in the match because I wanted to go for the Volt Switch so that I can get a little damage and then go into Milotic and then Dragon Tail when he switches to Raichu and try and survive. That Raichu is really annoying me because, again, I don't really have anything to take it. Could have used Dusknoir, but he's dead because, yeah. So what ends up happening is he's not going to overpredict, and I'm going to expect him to overpredict because, you know, he used Thunderbolt last time and I switched out. But, yeah, even if he does do that again, he's still faster than Roselia, he still kills me, and I'm still screwed. Magneton, again, like I said, Flash Cannon, not going to do anything Raichu, and if I HP Fire, Flareon walls me, although I could have probably done that and then, like, let Roselia die, go to Magneton. But the thing is, I need Roselia to potentially take out Captain High Jump Kick over there, Mienshao. And that wasn't going to work because I'm pretty sure that still does about half at least because Mienshao's pretty strong. And again, Roselia is not a physically defensive Pokemon. Another thing that Dusknoir would have been great at, but I let him die to Tyranitar. I don't know why I brought him in. Again, I didn't really have any physical attackers except Haxorus, and as I explained, I didn't really want to end the battle so soon, and again, not necessarily would have, because he has Protect, which would end my Outrage. Well, no, that wouldn't matter, because I just Outrage again, but yeah. I don't know, details, whatever. He ends up beating me, but the thing is, we actually had a battle before this with, like, the exact same team, except he had a Rampardos instead of Mew, which, for some reason, had Moody. I don't know why. He said it was a misav, obviously, and I'm like, yeah, that's... I think what he did, instead of pressing MO in Pokesav to get Mold Breaker, he pressed MOO, and he got Moody, and he didn't realize it, which sort of makes sense, but... that, I guess. But that battle was going a lot better, because I had killed his Tyranitar with my Milotic, and I basically had everyone alive. He had lost, yeah, Tyranitar, his Crawdaunt, and he was in on Rampardos when we discovered he was Moody. I had switched to Mantike to fodder it, and so I still had like everyone, and I switched to Mantike mainly because I'm like, if he locks himself into Head Smash, if he's Scarfed or whatever, or Banded, then it does quite a bit of damage to him. I don't need Mantike, and if he uses Earthquake, then I'm great. But yeah, so that battle was going a lot better, because mainly because his two biggest threats, well, I mean, Raichu was still a big threat, but yeah, and yeah. But we ended up disconnecting, and he changed his thing to Mew. He let me pick another number. And, yeah, this time, yeah, I got crushed a lot worse. But he still has Mienshao last time, so, again, I wouldn't have been expecting it. He probably would have done a lot to my Haxorus. But, again, not as much as Crawdon. So, I mean, again, after a few turns, but then again, a few turns of outraging would still kill a lot of stuff unless he's protect stalling and getting lucky and stuff like that. So I don't know. Either way, it's just a fun battle. I mean, there's not really much strategy involved in getting your Pokemon randomly selected. Yeah, you've made them, but they're not. There's no synergy. And again, 4 walls, a Scarfer, and a setup sweeper that didn't get to set up because, yeah. If his Crawdon had a little bit of damage, I could have just outraged, and then, I don't know. Either way, it wouldn't have worked out that well, because again, just Scarf me and Chaff, so it doesn't really matter. In the end, battle's over, so that's all that really matters. I had a good time. It was pretty cool. Just a bit annoying about the team selection. I mean, he was like, yeah, I got a better team, and I'm like, yeah, kind of. I mean, it was not about the team. It was more about the, like, type advantages. Like, I had nothing really for Raichu. And, yeah, just my Mangosan was shut down. My Haxorus, I didn't have that great of an opportunity to use, and he did have something, again, still would overpower it and stuff like that. He could have even, like what he did, just U-turned out and came back in later after one fodder and high jump kicked me, and I would have been screwed completely. That would have been 100% damage, definitely. So, yeah. But either way, I'm going to stop rambling, and you guys have a nice day.